California is experiencing a housing crisis like never before. Escalating prices and scarce supply have pushed affordable housing out of reach, leaving many homeless and on the streets. In San Joaquin County, we see the impacts everywhere as individuals and families struggle with rising rents, domestic violence, drugs, and mental health issues.
We keep coming back to the fact that housing in California is scarce. It's not an accident. So whatever we can do to compete for dollars that we're already pumping taxpayer funding into, let's get our fair share. Let's do things that are innovative and outside the box so that things we need in San Joaquin County to address homelessness actually happen.
The Housing Authority County of San Joaquin has been working on a number of innovative projects to ease the homeless crisis. There's Crossway Residences, where an old office building has been adapted and repurposed for housing. Manufactured homes are being used at Turnpike Commons in the development of a new neighborhood. A former motel is being retrofitted and converted to apartments for town center studios. And there's Victory Gardens, a multifamily new construction soon to house homeless veterans, conveniently located next to the new Veterans Clinic. It's a starting point, but there's so much more that still needs to be done. For those who are benefiting from these initial efforts, it's life-changing.
To have my own home, it means security. Just simple as that. Just somewhere I can call mine, somewhere I know that it's there for me, and also somewhere where I can get away from stressful situations.
The Housing Authority County of San Joaquin, in collaboration with Central Valley Housing, the Stockton Shelter for the Homeless, and Stand Affordable Housing are working together, locating land, building home sites, and preparing individuals to transition from a life on the streets or in shelters into permanent housing and a healthy, self-sufficient lifestyle.
It's a very innovative project, the first of its kind. We're very excited to be a partner in it, and it's building new affordable housing that allows families that come from the sheltering system to move into the housing, and there is a supportive mechanism with the families at those housing units with their landlord that helps them maintain their housing so they don't fall back into homelessness, and that's a critical piece of any sort of housing that we're looking at doing right now.
For people to end cycles of homelessness, you need housing as a stability factor. That provides the foundation. It's hard to deal with substance abuse, mental health, physical disability issues when you're living day to day out on the streets. And so when you get people into housing, then you can focus on all the other things that has contributed to their homelessness. And we find that that approach is really successful at keeping people from returning to the streets.
When they come here to the family shelter, they do work a program. They're assigned a case manager who meets with them weekly. They are required to do a savings allotment. We monitor their savings. Once they've achieved enough through their savings, we help them find housing.
Michael was living comfortably with his father when a house fire took his dad's life, leaving Michael devastated, without a home, alone, and with ongoing health issues. Homeless, he spent a year in the Stockton Shelter. He credits these programs for his new life.
For me, it was very helpful. It was the catapult that got me where I'm at now. I was there for like a year, so coming from out of that and being here, it's a major achievement for me, and it's a great feeling.
You can take a perfectly functional family and they're suddenly homeless for loss of job, illness, any one of numerous things, and you just watch that family collapse over the next year. It just makes the stress. So we're creating mentally ill, dysfunctional families and the more we let this go on, the more detrimental it is to that family, the more detrimental it is to the community, the impact on policing, the impact on code enforcement, the impact on the hospitals, the impact on the jail. It's horrendously expensive.
We've seen across the country that if you can get people off the streets and into a housing situation, they don't require all of those first response services. They don't require as much healthcare services. They actually cost our community less money to subsidize their housing than we do just letting them live on the streets. With housing support, with rental support, with some sort of personal support and wraparound services, you can keep people off the streets and you can provide a sustainable approach to ending people's homelessness.
State and federal funds are currently available to support these efforts, which will help alleviate homelessness in San Joaquin County.
I think we have a unique moment in time with the American Rescue Plan, leftover CARES Act funding, and Governor Newsom is going to put $12 billion into eradicating homelessness in California. So with this unexpected federal resource, the fact that cities and the county are getting dollars and can move the needle on issues, I think this is the issue that everybody cares about. Affordable housing is meant to be a hand up for people that can maintain employment, have a career ladder, get education. Let's make sure all the other supports are happening for these families as well.
It's going to take a long time, but everybody is working really hard to solve the problem.
Working together in partnership, we can provide the housing necessary to break the cycle of homelessness and poverty within our community.
I'm incredibly proud that we're bringing resources to San Joaquin County with the county as our partner that just haven't happened before. Let's compete for everything, because if we don't, somebody else will.